Hi everyone, myself Sapna Changoda. I am working as assistant professor in STJ Institute of Technology. Okay. So today I am going to explain one of the experiment that is in the fluid mechanics and hydraulics machines laboratory. That is impact of jet on flat and curved wings. The main aim in this experiment it is to calculate the coefficient of impact for this jet. Okay. So when water comes from the nozzle, it will come in the form of a jet. Okay. Suppose if you place any curved, otherwise flat plate on the path of that jet, it will always exert a force on that plate, respective plate. Okay. So if you want to calculate that force, we are having the one formula, that is impulse moment equation. Here I will write that impulse moment equation to calculate the force. Okay. So just see here, F theoretical is equal to rho A V square. In this equation, here I am talking only for the flat wings. Later I will tell regarding the curved wings. Okay. F theoretical is equal to rho A V square. In this equation, F theoretical it will represent the force that is impacted on the curved, otherwise the flat plate, and this A represent area of the jet where the water it will flows. Okay. And this rho it is nothing but a density of the water. Usually it is in terms of kg per meter cube. Density, area, it is in terms of meter square. Okay. And this velocity V it is nothing but velocity of the jet. Okay. So this is in terms of meter per second. This is for the flat wing. By using this equation, we can calculate the F theoretical value. Nothing but force exerted on the flat and curved wing. Okay. So for the conduction of experiment, here we need some observation. I have listed the observation here. Just observe. The first one observation, it is area of the collecting tank. Okay. I will represent always by a capital letter A. So that is in terms of meter square. And second one observation, it is length between a hinge point and loading point. Capital letter L1, that should be in terms of meter. And the third one, it is length between hinge point and jet point. That is L2, it is in terms of meter. And next one, it is lever arm ratio. So L1 is here, L2 is here. The ratio of L1 by L2, that will give the LAR, nothing but lever arm ratio. Okay. Diameter of the jet nozzle. We can measure the diameter of the nozzle. That should be in terms of meter. Okay. Last one, it is area of the jet. Small letter A I will represent. Capital letter A for the area of the collecting tank and small letter A for the area of jet. So we can measure that area. If you know the diameter, always the area it is circular. So we can use the formula pi by 4 into d square. We can easily calculate the area of this jet, that is in terms of meter square. Okay. These are some observations we need for the conduction of that experiment. Before conducting the experiment, we can take this observation. Okay. So let us move to the experiment. Move to the experiment. So what is the structure you are seeing? That is the impact of jet on the wings equipment. Okay. So I will explain the parts of this experiment. So observe here. This is the controlling valve. To control, otherwise to regulate the water, we are using this one. Okay. And this one structure. So this is nothing but a curved wing. Flat wing already I have fixed in the experiment. Okay. And this one, it is the weight, 50 gram weight it is, like that 100 gram, 150 gram weights are there. Okay. So we should apply these weights on the loading tank. So see this one it is the fulcrum beam, otherwise you can call it as the lever arm. So this fulcrum beam is having a one end hinged and another end is having a loading pan. Okay. So you can observe here is the loading hanger. You can apply the load at this point, and this one it is the hinged point. And inside this equipment, you can observe the nozzle. Okay. So nozzle it is there. The nozzle is having a diameter of 1 centimeter, otherwise 0.01 meter. At the top, you can observe a flat vane. Already it is fixed. Okay. And this one, it is the collecting tank. So for this collecting tank, we have fixed a piezometer along with the scale. So we will move to the observation. We need to take some observation. The first one observation, area of the collecting tank. It is having a circular shape of the tank. if you measure the diameter of this collecting tank, you can have the area. You can easily calculate that one, okay? Pi by 4 into d square. And the second one thing, we need the L1 value, that is length between the hinge point and loading frame, okay? This one it is the hinge point and this one it is the loading frame. From that point to this point, you can measure the length, that will give the L1 value, okay? Similarly, we need the L2 value. L2 value usually will measure from this hinged point up to the center point. So this one it is the center point. You can observe here is the nozzle. The nozzle, it will, when the water it will allows here, the jet it will comes and it will strike the flat vein. Here is the flat vein. Exactly in the path we have marked the center point, okay? From this hinged point up to the center point, you can measure that distance. That distance it is nothing but a L2 value, okay? In the observation, we need the ratio of L1 by L2, that is lever arm ratio. L1 we have measured, L2 we have measured, L1 by L2 it will give the lever arm ratio, okay? And finally, we need the area of the nozzle. I already told that the diameter of the nozzle it is 0.01 meter. So by using that, pi by 4 into d square, apply the formula and you can obtain the value of area of the nozzle, okay? These are some observations we need to take before the conduction of experiment. Let us will move to the conduction, that is the procedure I will tell basically, okay? So just to see what I will do is, initially, so K should be taken, so this one it is the fulcrum beam and this one we can call it as a counterweight, okay? What I will do is initially, so before applying the load here, I should make this fulcrum beam horizontal. How to make this fulcrum beam horizontal? It is a tilted one, otherwise it may horizontal also, okay? We don't know, but we should make a horizontal. How to check it is horizontal or not? So just observe here, there is a point, mark it is there, okay? And in the fulcrum beam also, the mark it is there. So if these two marks are coincide, then we can call it as the fulcrum beam, it is horizontal, okay? So now the fulcrum beam, it is not horizontal. What I will do is, by using this counterweight, so just observe, I will move forward and backward. If you move forward and backward, the fulcrum beam, it may tilt, okay? So it will comes to horizontal. Initially, before applying the load, by using the counterweight, I will make this fulcrum beam horizontal, okay? After that, what I will do is, for the first trial, I will apply a 50 gram of weight here, okay? So this is the 50 gram of weight, I will apply it here in the loading hanger. Just see, when you apply the load, once again the fulcrum beam, it is tilted. Later what I will do is, I will just open this valve, okay? So what you will do, by using this controlling valve, we should make this fulcrum beam horizontal. Initially, before applying the load, by using the counterweight, we have adjusted this one to make the horizontal, okay? Later, by using this controlling valve only, you can adjust, otherwise you can make this fulcrum beam horizontal. Okay, this is for the first trial. After that, what I will do is, so I need to take the reading of this collecting tank. So this one it is the collecting tank. For 20 centimeter rise, the time taken you should note down. Okay, so that will give the collecting tank area. Only need you should take this reading. Okay, so this is regarding the procedure for this conduction of the experiment. Let us will move to the conduction of this impact of jet on the vanes experiment. Okay. Let us will start the experiment, conduction of this experiment. Okay, so you just observe here. So here we are not applying any load. Fulcrum beam is tilted somewhere here. Okay, we should make a horizontal. So what I will do is, by using this counterweight, I will make this fulcrum beam horizontal. Okay, so just observe. So now this fulcrum beam, it is horizontal. What I will do is, I will apply a 50 gram of weight here. So this one it is a 50 gram of weight. This is for the first trial. Okay. So I will apply in the hanger, loading hanger. Just see, now also this once again the fulcrum beam, it is tilted. It is not a horizontal. I want to make once again it is horizontal. What I will do is, I just open this valve. By using this valve only, I should make this horizontal. Okay. So now the fulcrum beam, it is horizontal, so you can take the reading. Okay. So what I will do is I need only the collecting tank reading. So for 20 centimeter rise, how much time has taken? By using the stopwatch, I will take that reading. Okay. So you can observe the stopper, it is 0 minutes. Now I will open this stopper, start this stopper. Okay. So just see. For 20 centimeter rise, the time taken I want to note down here. Okay. So this one reading I have taken it for the first trial. Similarly, you need to take 4 to 5 trials. The same procedure you can apply. Okay. Once again you can apply the load here. So for here I have applied the 50 gram of weight. For the second trial, you should apply another 50 gram. So the total weight it is 100 gram. Okay. Like that you can increase the load and take the trial. Okay. Up to 5 trials you can take. This is for the conduction of this experiment. Okay. So what I have explained, that is for the flat vane. Okay. If you want to note down for the curved vane, what I do is we just remove that flat vane and fix this curved vane in the position of that flat vane. Okay. So and take the adopt the same procedure what I have conducted for the flat vane. Same procedure you should adopt for the curved vane also. Okay. Okay. So let us will move to the tabulation of flat vane. Okay. So this is a tabular column what you are seeing, that is for the flat vane. Initially serial number it is there. We have taken a 5 trials, so I will write that one. And second one column it is related to the weight. Okay. For the first trial we have applied a weight of 50 gram. I should write it here. And the second trial we have applied 100 gram. Like that up to 5 trial we have applied the weight. We should write that weight here. Okay. That is in terms of gram. And next one column it is related to the actual force. The actual force formula, it is FA is equal to weight into LAR, nothing but lever arm ratio, divided by 1000 into 9.81. Here in this equation, weight we can obtain from the previous column. Okay, 50, 100 like that for different trials. And lever arm ratio we have already calculated in the observation. So we can use that value divided by 1000 into 9.81. We can obtain the value of actual force. Okay. And next one column it is related to the time taken for 20 centimeter rise of water, that is small letter t. We have already taken during the conduction of experiment this value. Okay. And next column it is related to actual discharge. Actual discharge formula, it is QA is equal to A into R by T. Here capital letter A represent area of the collecting tank. Okay. And R represent a rise, that is in terms of meter. Rise it is 20 centimeter. You need to convert that to meter and substitute here. So divided by T it is there. T you can obtain from the previous column. Okay. If you substitute these values, you can have the value of actual discharge, QA value. And next one it is the velocity of the jet. V it is nothing but QA by A. So this formula we have obtained from the continuity equation, that is nothing but Q is equal to A into V. Okay. From that V is nothing but QA by A. So in this equation QA you can obtain from the previous column, we have already calculated, and divided by A it is there. Small letter A always represent area of the jet. We have already calculated that value in the observation. So you can use that, you will get the velocity of the jet in meter per second. Next one column it is regarding the theoretical force. Okay. So theoretical force F theoretical, it is nothing but rho A into V square. This equation it is regarding the flat vane. Here rho represent a density of the water, that is 1000 kg per meter cube, and A represent a area of the jet. So you can have that value in the observation. And V, velocity of the jet, we have calculated in the previous column. So here is the value. So you can have that value, substitute here, and you can get the theoretical A into V square. This equation it is regarding the flat vane. Here rho represent a density of the water, that is 1000 kg per meter cube, and A represent a area of the jet. So you can have that value in the observation. And V, velocity of the jet, we have calculated in the previous column. So here is the value. So you can have that value, substitute here, and you can get the theoretical force. Next one column, it is regarding the coefficient of the vein. Coefficient of the vein, it is nothing but the ratio of the FA by F theoretical. Okay. So F actual, that is actual force, we have calculated here in this column, and F theoretical we have already calculated in the previous column. You can use that value. So take the ratio, you can get the value of coefficient of vein. And I need to calculate the efficiency of the jet in terms of percentage. So eta J represent efficiency of the jet, that is nothing but FA by F theoretical into 100. Okay, FA by F theoretical, it is there in the previous column. Multiply by 100, you will get the efficiency of the jet. Okay, so this is regarding a tabular column, that is calculation regarding the impact of jet on a flat vein, that is a fixed vein. Okay, so later we will move to the curved vein calculation. Okay, so this is a tabular column for the curved vein. You can observe here. So the tabular column, it is same as the flat vein tabular column. Only thing changes here is a theoretical force. Okay, except this theoretical force, on the columns it is same. So theoretical force formula for the flat vein, we have used F theoretical is equal to rho A V square. But here the theoretical force formula, it is nothing but F theoretical, it is equal to rho A V square into 1 minus cos theta. Only that is the changes here. Apart from that, all those calculation, it is same. So this is regarding calculation for a flat vein and also for the curved vein. So this will complete the discussion regarding the impact of jet on flat and curved vein.